What's up, money family people? This is your family head once again, and Yawusu, and I want to welcome you to today's live video. It's a new week, and we thank God for that. So today's video is supposed to be a very short one, but hey, let's see how it goes. I don't know where it leads me today. So today I'm talking about how I stay consistent. Okay, personally, some things inspire me, some things get me going every day. All right, and I'm sure everybody has something that keeps them going on and on every day. All right, waking up in the morning and doing whatever it is. All right, so these are mine. All right, these are mine. In fact, there are 6. Okay, 6 core sources of motivation for me. What keeps me consistent? I'm sure you find one. Okay, in there, that will speak to you. Yeah. So you want to stay till the end, especially my number 6. Right, my seed point is my most favorite. So you want to stay till the end so you can know about this, all right? Now, let's go into it. My number 1 source of motivation, okay? My source, where I take my source from when I'm down, when I don't want to do the things I'm supposed to do. These are questions, okay? So I ask myself this question. When I used to work in the bank, right? When you're working for somebody, you wake up early in the morning, you go to work. Nobody tells you to go, but you go, right? So I ask myself, if I were still working at the bank, okay, and the job I'm doing, coming here to make videos or whatever I'm doing, was given to me as, a job description or a responsibility, would I have done it anyhow? Would I have gone today, tomorrow I will not go, anyhow, right? Obviously the answer is no. You can't do that because you are getting paid. They will pay you at the end of the month. So if they tell you to do this, right, till they tell you to stop, you can't stop. You have to repeatedly do it over and over and over again. So I ask myself this question. Okay, so if I were working for somebody, if I was working for somebody, I couldn't do the job anyhow. So if it's me, if I'm doing it for me, I have to stay consistent. All right, this is one question I ask myself. The number 2 question I ask myself anytime I don't feel like doing anything is, I ask myself, okay, so what are my former colleagues doing as of now? My former colleagues, referring to my former bank colleagues. Obviously, they will be at work. What are they doing now? Are they lazing around? Are they sleeping? Or they are working? If they are working, it means they are working so that at the end of the month, they will get paid. All right? They look at me. Okay? And I also have to work. If they are working to get paid, then I also have to wake up and work. Right? So that is the second question I ask myself. And this ties in to the third one. The third one, I ask myself, okay, so how am I going to pay my bills at the end of the month? There is salary to be paid. There is family to look after. There are lots of things to do. So how am I going to pay my bills? Because there is no salary, no allowances, no bonuses, nothing. I have to work for myself. There are people depending on me. I have to pay salary at the end of the month. So, if I am not working, then how am I going to foot my bills? All right? That is the number 3 question. The 4th question I ask myself, what are my mentors doing now? My mentors, what are they doing now? Okay? So, if my mentors are sleeping, it means I can sleep. If they are not sleeping, it means I don't have to sleep. Because if they had slept, they wouldn't have gotten to where they are currently. Unfortunately, in Ghana, we can't find mentors. If you're looking for one, you can't find. Okay, all the big people, they want to hide how they make money. But it's not so outside. So if we are looking for mentors, we need to look outside in the Western world to find people to inspire us. So that's what I ask myself. And obviously, it matters. If I am following, if you are my mentor, you need to have started something for yourself. Do you understand? That is how come, to get or to gain me as, a prodigy or a mentee. Okay. That's my small boy. I'm coming, okay? Uh-huh. All right. Anyway. So, these things, you need to look at it. What are my mentors doing? Everyone has to find a mentor. If you don't have one, you need to find a mentor. Right? It will keep you, consistent every day, day in and day out. Okay, I'm coming, okay? Please, go and call me Brahman. Take it from your mouth. Hurry up. All right. So that was number 4. Number 5. I feel this is a responsibility I owe to my community, to my new money community, to everyone who shows up here, to you who is watching me. I owe it a responsibility to you because I know you guys know when I come online: Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Okay, please go and wear your sandals. Okay. All right. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I know my people will be expecting me, so I have to show up. It works both ways. All right, I show up and I believe I inspire somebody. Okay, please guys, forgive me for today. Okay, today I have a guest with me, so forgive me. All right. So every time I come here, I know there's someone out there who is watching, so I owe it a responsibility to my community. Okay, it works both ways. They inspire me. I mean, you guys inspire me, and I believe I also inspire somebody out there. All right, that is how come I cannot miss. In my home right now, the conversation is: look, are you coming or not? Are you going online or not? That's not the conversation. Now it is: what time are you going online, or where are you doing it? Are you going to do it in the studio, or you are going to do it from home? Okay, the question of whether I'm doing it or not is not part of it because it is like a rule. It's not like a rule, but look, it is something. Look, Charlie, my guest. You can relate. I know you can relate to that. All right. So now that's the conversation. Look, are you doing it in the house, or we are going to do it in the studio? All right. The question of are you doing it or not is no part because consistency. Look, that is what drives us every time. Okay. And also, my last point, that is number 6. That is my biggest of all, is family. Look, whatever I'm doing, the work I'm doing, the job I'm doing, I'm not receiving salary. So, but still, I have to take over or take care of family. Okay, so that is a driving force. All right? Look, how am I going to take care of my family if I don't work? That alone, all right, gets me moving every time. I have to provide for family. All right, my mom is also one source of motivation I don't joke with. If you know me, if you've known me for any amount of time, you know what I'm talking about. In fact, I'm sure she's even watching because she's always present online with me. All right, now she has a very peculiar story, and that story I'm going to tell you guys at the appropriate time. Okay, that is how come I have to be online every time. Do you understand? Or not online, but even when I'm not online, doing my personal business every time. Okay, one of the things she was worried about is, hey, if I resign from my job, am I still going to take care of the responsibilities at home? And I told her, look, mom, don't worry. I'm going to do that. Everything is going to be fine. All right. So with this alone, look, I can't sleep. I have to show up when the need arises. When there is a need for me to show up, I have to show up. Okay. So you watching me today, tap into your inner being. Like, look, ask yourself questions. Okay, where can I find motivation? Where can I find a source of motivation that will keep me moving consistent every time? Okay, I believe you are going to, do better and achieve whatever you want to achieve if you're able to tap into that source, that makes you consistent every time so that you show up when you want to show up. Okay, now, consistency, okay, is close or it's a product of discipline. If you are consistent, it shows how disciplined you are. Okay? Today you come, tomorrow you will not come. It shows you are not disciplined. And in the long run, it will reflect in whatever you are doing. Okay? If you are not disciplined, nobody will take you seriously. Alright? Your customers will not take you seriously. Your workers will not take you seriously. People around you, your friends and family will not take you seriously. Alright? Because you are not consistent. You are not disciplined. If you say one thing, you do the other. Right? If you just want to see someone who is disciplined, just look at their consistency in whatever they are doing. Okay? Consistency is also equal to relevance. Right? These are my closing thoughts. If you want to see anybody who is relevant, just look at their consistency level. I'm not talking about those who come today and tomorrow they want to make it, they want to be popular. Just look at lawyers. How many years it takes them to become lawyers, going to school? Just look at doctors. How many years they have to study to become doctors? Look at footballers. How many years they have to train? Okay, course, they have to play gutter to gutter. Okay, I always make fun of footballers. Footballers enjoy a lot of money. Okay, but look at a footballer's leg. Just look at their legs. It will tell you work has gone into those legs. Consistency. All right, so please, one thing I don't understand is we go to school. From our infancy, we go to school, we grow to go and find a job. That one, we don't complain. They give us our monies, the little monies at the end of the month, we don't complain. But as soon as we become entrepreneurs, we want to make it tomorrow, the next day. Okay? By the time we realize we've gotten ourselves into some scheme, okay? Our monies will be locked, we will be finding problems here and there. Consistency is key. All right? Just know, when you start anything that, look, I'm giving myself this number of years, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years. This is where I want to be. And your goals have to be as realistic as possible. Some of us, we start today, and tomorrow we want to buy a Bentley. You understand? You have to be consistent. You have to be relevant. If you also, you have to be consistent if you want to be relevant. All right? Again, let's look at footballers. All right? If a footballer is not consistent on the pitch for some time, what happens? They lose their relevance. If you want to be relevant in your field, you have to be consistent in whatever you are doing. Footballers, our favorite footballers, we want to always see them on the pitch. As soon as you are not seeing them on the pitch or in the game, for consecutive times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, they start losing their relevance. And even when they come on the pitch, they are not able to deliver as we expect. Right? But if they are consistently featured in the match, consistently they are playing, you realize that they get better. Okay, they get relevant. Let's look at our musicians. Okay, let's take ourselves back to the 90s. Which of the musicians from the 90s is still relevant to today? Which musician can you mention? Please let me know in the comments. Which musician can you mention that is relevant till today? All right. Well, I can think of one name, one of the names. Ochiame Kwame. Ochiame Kwame is very, very relevant today. Why? Because of his consistency. He's been consistent all this while. Okay? But look at some of our musicians. Look, I'm sure you will not even remember their names. If I ask you to mention some names, you will not even remember because they have not been consistent. That is why they are not relevant. Consistency equals relevance. Now, in your business, if you want to be consistent or if you want to be relevant, if you want your business, your customers, your partners to see you as relevant, you have to be consistent. Okay, to my other content creators, my my YouTubers, okay, relevance is key. If you want to be relevant in whatever field you are doing, you find yourself into, look, you have to be relevant. You have to show up every time. Okay, you have to give value every time. All right, I guess today's video was short. Okay, that's what I intended to do. All right, so consistency and relevance. That is how come I want to give value to my people. Okay, so giving value, talking about value. 27th of this month. All right, as you guys know, I'm having my Facebook masterclass, my first ever live event. That's where I'm going to teach about Facebook advertising. Look, you need Facebook. You need to advertise your business. If you only want to be relevant, all right, you need to also advertise your business. Let your people know that, okay, so this is what I'm doing. All right, if you are in obscurity, if you are hiding somewhere, you are not putting your product in front of your customers are not seeing what you are doing, look, you lose your relevance. All right, so I want to show you guys how to show your products, okay, to your customers every time. How to take your competitors' customers, okay, if they are sleeping, if they are not consistent, you want to show your product to your competitors' customers so that you can take them. These are some of the things we'll be talking about on the 27th of this month. Okay, so if you are not registered yet, please, newmoneyacademy.com/live. In fact, the seats are running out very fast. We have only limited seats available. So you want to register your seat. It's going to be free. Okay, since it's my first live event, I want to make it free for everyone. So make it a point to be there. Don't miss out. I want to see you on the 27th of this month. All right. So newmoneyacademy.com/live. So to book your seat now. If you're not joining me, guys, you are late. I want you to start from the beginning, watch till the end. And if this is my first video you are seeing, look, check my other videos on my page. There are other awesome videos that will be of tremendous help to you. Okay, so talking about my New Money family members, I told you that I owe it a responsibility to my New Money family members. Right, there's a group. I have my group on Facebook. It's called the New Money Family. If you're not a part of it, just type New Money Family. Okay, and just join the New Money Family. And I know, look, it's going to be a blessing to you. You will never regret doing that, because we are made up of young people who want to do something new, who want to know what works, and delve into it. Right? You can waste time doing something that is not right. That is not the right thing you are supposed to do. But you can waste time doing it for years. By the time you're there, look, you've spent your years. You have wasted years. You don't want to do that. Okay, so by all means, join the New Money family. That is all for today's video. I'll come your way again. In my next video, we'll take it from a different angle. We'll speak about things. We'll delve deep into things. So till I come your way again, as always, stay focused on your side hustle. It's been me, myself, and I, your family head, Nana Yawusu. Peace out.